No, this is not a throwback video. This is August 2018 and I am in a turtleneck jumper. To be fair, it's a little bit warmer in here than it was earlier, but it has been freezing a bit strong. It's been quite cold recently, so bummed out this jumper. It is still quite lightweight though, this jumper. But I'm happy to wear jumpers. Like 2 weeks ago I was in shorts and vest tops 24/7 because it was so warm. Anyway, I've decided to do a favourites video. Now, I haven't done a favourites video in over a year, and I mainly want to do this month's one because there's bits of it that apply to the one that I want to do for next month, because so far in August it's been a really good month, so there's stuff I want to talk about. So I kind of had to do one in retrospect. So obviously I preferred to get this out at the beginning of August, but hey, the middle, it's still last month. It's only 1 month ago, so we're going to do July favourites. And I've been super organised and actually written stuff down in this super cute little elephant book I've had for years and I'm actually quite using at the moment. Okay, the first major good thing that happened for me in July was I finished my final placement of my first year of my nursing degree, and it was an absolutely amazing place to work. All my placements this year have been, so you know, all good on that front. Had a really nice time, all kind of over and done with now though, and that was a really weird sensation actually, finishing like the year. I hadn't technically finished the year yet, I still had a week to go, and that finished in August, but finishing your final placement was like really weird because like pretty much everything of that year was like coming to an end, and it was the longest placement I had done so far in my degree, and like the second longest I'll ever do is 8 weeks, and it was an 8-week placement. So it was like this really weird situation where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like leaving somewhere where I've really got used to working with and like loving all the staff I work with and stuff, and it was a really nice place to work. Okay, what have we got at number 2? Number 2, in July, a favourite for me was the sun. So I know that the heat for a lot of people is maybe a little bit overbearing, a little bit annoying, but for me, I have absolutely been loving the sun. Yes, it has been quite hot and I've not been wearing much makeup because like the sweat makes it disappear, but I have been enjoying the sun. Now, I'm not someone who's used to sun. I don't go on fancy holidays abroad a lot or like love it particularly normally, but I think because we've had such good heat this year from like April till like, well, apparently last week, because it's been raining pretty much all week, I like have become a little bit acclimatised to it. So that has been really, really lovely. However, I am not saying that I agree with climate change and that we should just keep on making waste. I definitely think that's something we need to address, because climate change is, let's be honest, it's the reason for these heat waves and it's concerning, but on a personal, self-centred note, I have really enjoyed having some heat and some sun and just being able to walk around in dresses and shorts and it'd be really socially acceptable, and not getting cold legs, like even in the evening if I'm still wearing a dress, like I'm not getting cold if I pop out somewhere quickly. So I've really been enjoying that. Number 3 kind of leads on from that, and that has been 2 sort of fashioning items that I have literally, like I literally lived by in July. I'm going to go with the big ones first. The first one are these boyfriend joy shorts. They're originally from New Look. I think I got them from eBay, to be honest. They are too big for me now. So they were like, they fitted like loosely like boyfriend jeans shorts last year, but then I lost weight this year, so they are too big for me. However, I'm not the same size I was the year before, where a lot of my summer clothes still fitted, so they were too big for me, but the others are still slightly too small. It's all a really weird, I'm a really weird size right now. I don't fit into the old clothes that I kept convinced how to get back into them, but I don't fit into the new clothes I bought when I got too big for my old clothes. It's really weird. So I've been loving these shorts even still though. I've just been putting like a big belt around them and tucking something in generally, because then you can see that, oh wait, her waist is much smaller than it looks like because it bulks up around. But they're just the comfiest things. They're at a really good length, so they still look like shorts, but they're not so short that you bend over you can see a bum, and they're also not so short that you get that like chub rub in between. So I have absolutely been loving those shorts. The next thing I have been absolutely loving, which is fashion wise, is these earrings. They're just black little tassel earrings. I've clipped them together, but they have like these little, how can I hold this up? Basically they're just like this. I've clipped them together so I don't lose them. I used to lose earrings like this so much because like if they don't have the little stud backs, kind of like you just have two earrings that don't connect in any way, whereas these I've been able to like clip together. I got those from Primark back in like maybe end of May, June time, and just was decluttering my wardrobe and found them in a bag in my wardrobe, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are really cool. And because they're tassely, they are super lightweight, so they're not, sometimes I find like if you have like big metal earrings in your ear all day, they kind of drag and pull, but these are really comfortable to wear. These were Primark. I think I got them in the sale for like £1, maybe £2. Super affordable. I absolutely love them. However, I was in Primark the other day, about a week ago now, a week and a bit, and they didn't have any the same, but it was a different Primark, so they might have them still near where you are. Okay, number 4. I have got, also weather related, I have got iced coffee on my list. Now today, I'm not drinking iced coffee. I'm drinking normal coffee. I have let it cool down a bit because it's too hot to drink it like hot. But yeah. I'm just drinking a caramel Americano or black coffee, like an espresso little, like we have fancy coffee at my parents' house. I'm a coffee snob. I pretty much only drink fresh coffee unless I'm at someone else's house or at work. But my parents have like one of those coffee machines for the pods, so that is like a caramel espresso, which is literally my favourite. But I just let the water keep on running even though the espresso's done, so it's like black, kind of like Americano, kind of with caramel flavour in it. It's really nice. But I've been making my own iced coffee. I have been buying way too much iced coffee. I have been, when they've been on sale, getting those little like cartons of iced coffee. I'm quite lucky, so I am not lactose intolerant. I can't have a lot of dairy, it makes me feel a bit icky, but I have friends who are lactose intolerant, and I don't know how, like, black iced coffee is nice, but you really have to be like prepared to take that hit, whereas like iced coffee in the summer with milk is really nice, although I drink pretty much all my hot coffee black. So yeah, I've been loving iced coffee. Now I'm going to go on to like 2 things which are sort of TV related but sort of still food related. And that, the first one I'm going to do is a programme on BBC called Nadia's Family Favourites. So Nadia won the Great British Bake Off some years ago now, which is one of my favourite TV shows to watch. So it's coming back soon, hopefully. And she had this really good cooking show at the moment. It's like half an hour every week, and like she's just baking these really, like baking and cooking these really cool like food ideas. And during like July, I was pretty much having to eat all the food in my fridge and freezer that I'd stockpiled because like I had too much food in the end. I had so much meat by the end of the year. I was like, why have I been buying this? Why have I not just been eating what I already had? But so I was kind of like, in the last 2-3 weeks of me living there, I probably only bought like a few bits of fresh food and bread a week, not a lot at all, and I was just like eating up everything I already had, so I didn't have to move so much. And obviously I don't mind moving tins and stuff with like a long shelf life, but stuff in my fridge and freezer, I'm like, I was at home for like 2-3 weeks before I'm moving. It's not gonna like last that long. And she has some really great ideas on like using up food, and there was this recipe that she was doing which was like pasta sauce made with avocado and like peas and stuff in it, and I was like, whoever has a spare avocado? I always have them like on toast and stuff. They very rarely last a week for me. And then it suddenly clicked in my head, oh wait, I actually do have a spare avocado in the back of my fridge, because if you put them in the fridge, they kind of don't go off as quickly and go squishy as quickly, but then they're not necessarily ripe when you want them, so you have to be quite careful with that. So I made this really cool pasta. I didn't have all the ingredients, but I had enough to make this really kind of cool pasta sauce with peas and avocado, and so I've just loved watching it. A lot of the ideas she has are really clever when it comes to food, and even my mum, who doesn't really watch a lot of TV, so she like spotted bits of it while my dad was watching it, and really enjoyed it as well. And the next one sort of bounces off this again, but I have watched this before I become a student, and I think now I'm a student it gives me some really good ideas. It's also a BBC programme. This one's slightly longer, I think it's an hour long, and it's Eat Well for Less, where they look at families and their kind of the money they spend a week on food and how they can change that so they're eating healthier but also cheaper. And I actually would love it if they came to like our student house next year, because it'd be really, really interesting. I don't think I spend an awful lot on food, but I definitely think I spend more than I need to, and I definitely find that I do like a really good shop, and then like I have a bad day or something, and like buy a load of like rubbish that I don't need in the fridge and freezer, or just to eat in the case of chocolate during the week. Yeah, so that's number 4. Number 5 are kind of going off the media basis again. 2 sort of YouTube things. And the first is a YouTuber that I've discovered who I have really enjoyed watching. Her name's Eve Cornwell, I want to say, Cornwell? And basically she has just finished her law degree, but I kind of came across some of her older videos where she was talking about like moving out of uni houses and stuff, because that's something I'm going through right now, like moving out of halls. And I think she was packing up her uni house for the last time, and that's the video I came across. But she makes some really cool content, and she doesn't have a load of subscribers. Like I think she's got like 40,000, but I really like the way she edits. I found it really fun to watch. I just watched one of hers about her going up to the top of a volcano and stuff, and it's just really like, I want to say relatable content, but just really interesting content that I've enjoyed watching. Like she made something on how to make really nice iced coffee and stuff like that, so it's like been really cool. No, cold brew coffee, the difference. Like I've just been making iced coffee, it's easier. And then the second YouTube thing that I've really loved and have just kind of always loved, but really, really like hyped up over the last couple of months, is the YouTuber Helen Anderson, who does a lot of like beauty kind of videos, but she's also quite heavily tattooed. And I really got back into her just before I got my tattoo. So like I was watching all her videos anyway, but I was like going through and like watching all the old ones, found out all the like the vlogs and stuff, and going through all of that, and it's become something that I've really been enjoying watching lately. I kind of like how she looks at like beauty and like that side of video editing and making videos, because she does it in a way which is like super relatable and not over the top, and all the stuff she uses isn't stupidly expensive and stuff like that. But I was watching it mainly for tattoo aftercare and like seeing her tattoos and stuff like that. And then, because I was like getting really into it and stuff, and I follow her on Twitter and stuff, it popped up that she was running a Access workshop. So it's like Access to Media, I think, is the like kind of collegey company thing that runs it, but they're like an education thing. And so I went to her Access to kind of like YouTube kind of event and social media back at the end of July. I think it was the 24th, and it was really, really interesting, and it really kind of got me motivated to do more. And it also just like opened me up to meet a ton of people who are interested in social media, like on social media, but quite like early stages. And like we all went for coffee afterwards. We had like boozy iced coffees afterwards, and it was so much fun, and we were just like taking photos, and it was really nice to be surrounded by people who didn't find that weird. Because I find that I get really awkward around people who are like pulling faces at me for taking photos of what I'm eating, or getting out my camera instead of just using my phone and stuff. So it was really nice to be in that kind of environment. So that whole event, it was totally free to go. She did one in London, which is the one I went to because I was living in London, and one in Manchester, and they were really interesting. It was a really small event as well, so there probably wasn't more than like 60 of us in this little room. We all ran tables, it didn't feel like a lecture. We all just get to chat and ask questions, and like she came around and spoke to us all at the end. But yeah, and like it was really nice event, it was really well run, and it's really motivated me to do more with my YouTube. And kind of, I don't want to be like, my goal on this isn't to be like famous or make a ton of money, but just to be enjoying it a bit more and be more motivated about it and be more intentional with it. So to make decisions which are going to benefit YouTube but not de-benefit my life, if that makes sense. So I'm not going to miss out on stuff because I'm doing this, but I'm going to use this to make more of what I love to do. It's not even like a July favourite, but it was healing in July, and like it wasn't properly healed probably until mid-July. I got a tattoo in June, end of June as well. So that is going to be added on to the end of my July favourites. It is here. That's like upside down. I'll put a better picture in. But But yeah, it's this beautiful little sunflower that I had done in a tattoo shop called Inkology in Brixton by a lovely, lovely, lovely tattoo artist called Tash, and it's beautiful. I love it. I had been putting off getting my first tattoo for so long. I've known I've wanted them since I was like a teenager, and not like, just I'm a creative person, and I was doing art a lot. Even when I was studying art, one of my friends had a tattoo gun. I never got a tattoo off her, but like she loved it and stuff like that. But like I just love the idea of permanent art on your body. I remember I didn't tell my mum I was getting it or that I had got it. I just came back home for a couple of days and she's like, "What's on your leg?" Because she could only see the stem coming out the bottom of my jeans. I was like, "It's a sunflower." She's like, "Is that permanent?" I was like, "Yes." She's like, "Can I colour it in?" I was like, "Sure, another day you can colour it in." But I absolutely am in love with it. I left and within a couple of days I was like, "What am I getting for my next one?" It's not painless, but it was well worth it. So yeah, my tattoo. I love my tattoo. It's got meaning for me. And so yeah, that's sort of my July favourites. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. I hope it's not too long and too boring. What have we like talked about? What were your favourite things in July? Like, tell me down below. What have you enjoyed like doing and seeing and experiencing and wearing and eating? Like what's been floating your boat recently? Maybe I get some ideas, although if the weather stays like this, then yeah, I'm not happy about this weather. I know the rain's good for the grass and all, but sun please. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye!